it's WG Revival, and as I said yesterday, I've been to the West Midlands Military Show in Wolverhampton. I thought I'd just show you my loot. The first one wasn't a purchase today. It was, I just ordered this from Warbases and picked it up there and saved myself a bit of postage. This is 14 1p sized movement trays. These are all going to be for the Wars of the Roses project, and basically this is going to be the thing with the system I'm going to use, Lion Rampant. I'll come more of that in a bit. It's everything's either a dozen figures or 6 figures. So for example, that's a unit. Units of archers will be 2 of these, and the rules say push your figures around individually, but not faffing about. Let's get some movement trays, and I'll get these because then I can rebase things easily if I ever want to move up to Hail Caesar or that sort of thing. Those are the first batch of Perry Foot Knights, which I have yet to do. In that order was a bulldog, and for the life of me I can't remember why I wanted a 28mm bulldog from Warbases, but I have one. First stop after that was Ainsty Castings, and again this is another, what have I just bought this for? That's a blister of lead treasure chests for an Empire project that I may have scrapped it, but if I haven't scrapped it, that's what that's for. And then this is a load of like barrels and such like, which can make objective markers, go into baggage trains, again for the medieval project and so on. That's Ainsty Castings. Also on sale at Ainsty Castings. Quite chuffed with this. It's not going to fit under Witchfinder General. It's the it's not going to fit under, sorry about that. I'll put it under sideways, that kind of sucks, but this is a sort of a skirmishy, silly skirmishy game set around the 17th century, and as the name suggests, you're finding witches. Well, I've mentioned before that I grew up in Lancashire. Well, in 1612 my area was home to the biggest witch trial I think in English history. There was 12 people tried and 11 people hanged. That took place in around Pendle Hill in Lancashire. That's very near. I went to school in the shadow of Pendle Hill. One of the quote-unquote witches was actually from my village. So 17th century witches, it's all kind of a big deal for me. The book itself, I'm flipping through it off camera now, which is tremendous, but it all looks very nice anyway. Great fun. That was me, Ainsty Castings. There's lots of second-hand book places around. There was quite a lot of War of the Roses ones. I picked this pretty much at random. That was a £5, second-hand, very good nick, bit of damage to the spine, but forgive that for a £5. I picked up a pamphlet about the Battle of Towton, which I will be covering again with my my Lion Rampant thing. And the stall that was selling this, around the back of it was a demonstration game of Lion Rampant. It wasn't Towton. Although it was snowy, they were doing a sort of Teutonic Night thing. It was a four-player thing. It all went really quickly. Within about 2 turns, I'd sort of picked up the rules. All right, I've read the rules before, but they are very simple, and it's still a great fun game. It was nice to play half a demo game and just think, yep, that set of rules that you've bought into are very good indeed. I went to the Warlord stall, and again this was a pick up some stuff that I'd ordered separately. So there's the Ostfront book, and somewhere amongst all this stuff is a here we go. Yep, there's a blister of stuff as well. So there's a couple in here. One is the Warlord exclusive figure, which is a Soviet chap with a submachine gun. And that's about all I know about that for now. I'll read up on the Warlord Games website about that. And the other one is This fella is their only, as far as I'm aware, Dark Age figure. Harold's stepson. Well, I'll tell you, if you're British and of a certain age, you'll get what that is. But he's the only Viking figure that I've ever owned. I'm just looking forward. He's bought him because he's very nice indeed. I very much doubt that he'll turn into a Viking warband or anything like that. But he just looks like a nice figure when I want to paint something different. That was Warlord Games. So we've had a couple of second-hand books, HD Castings, Witchfinder General, and War Bases. Getting towards the end of my loot. I don't know the name of the store, but there was somebody with quite a lot of the Perry's range. I don't think it was a Perry, so I picked up four blister packs from there. Really, again, all for my for the Wars of the Roses project. So I have a cart here, a wicker-sided cart. I have a couple more that I haven't showed you. I picked them up a while ago. So this just takes me to 3, just for the baggage train, just for the old baggage scenario, because there's always a baggage scenario, and we know from the past that I love a baggage train. There are some metal standard bearers. I've got those because they just fall over a bit less than plastic ones, just having that bit more weight. Standard bearers I'm not going to do. I'm going to do them sort of quite late on. So I just want to get the rank and file out the way and just get, you know, playable army, and then I'll sort of make it look a bit fancy. Some wounded. Always want some wounded. And last and certainly not least is the Lancastrian foot command. So this is people like Henry IV, Somerset, and so on. I will get these out because they're probably the nicest figures I picked up all day. Really do like me some Perry figures. So I can't really tell you who these fellas actually are without referring to the Perry website. But they're not all medieval knights, which is nice. You know, we've got a couple of more conventionally dressed people, so they will do. I think that actually might be Henry. I'm not sure. But there is again in Lion Rampant, there's a hostage noble thing. So one of those more civilian-y looking chaps will do as a hostage noble as well. And one of these, I'm assured, is Somerset, who'll be the first one to get painted for my Taunton force. So there we go. That is a stack of Perry figures, stack of medieval Perry figures, a couple of randoms from Warlord, some random scenery from Ainsty, movement trays, and a load of books, a load of wonderful, splendid books, which I shall spend the next while reading. Now, far more important than all of that, so I'll just put something in there so you can look at it while I witter on. Far more important than that, I've got to chat with Dread, with Solvent Abuse, and with Pesapoo. I did see him last year, but he was very busy playing Bolt Action. This year he had time for a chat. He was there with that splendid table. If you follow his channel, you will have seen his Drop Zone Commander table with the overgrown buildings and that. And if you're not a subscriber and you're a subscriber to me, that's very strange indeed, because his channel's amazing. You really ought to. But yeah, the Drop Zone Commander table, it looks good on YouTube, but you should see it in real life. It really is a piece of work. I had so I had a great West Midlands Military Show. I ought to get to some different conventions, but I won't do this year. Again, I'll be too busy, but maybe next year, certainly the year after. So there we go. A quick show report, a quick look at the loot. And hopefully one of these days I'll do a video with some finished painted stuff on it, but don't hold your breath. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I'll speak to you soon. Ta-ra.